You know, if we needed any more confirmation that in fact Prince Harry and Prince William have hit completely, well, a brick wall for want of a better word, then this truly is it. As ever, let me explain. Hi chums, nice to see you. Thank you so much for your time today. The pollen's getting me now. You know, I bet you think, gosh, that Neil never stops moaning, you know, but it's true, isn't it? You know, you come out without any water and you think, oh no, the pollen's getting me. Do you know what was funny as well? I don't know if you find this, and I always like to share these little bits. Sorry, have a lovely wave. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for your time. The thing is, have you noticed now when you see sort of summer things in the rain, you know, when you've had like bad weather and you go into a store and you see all those wonderful like children's toys or, you know, big sort of pools that you've got in the back garden with a barbecue and stuff, it just looks so out of sync now, doesn't it? You know what I mean? And you kind of think, yeah, you've got to grab it. Well, it can, because summer turns around very quickly, doesn't it, to autumn. Frightening, really. When you think about it, time stands still for no man, does it not? You see, this is the problem now engulfing Prince Harry. Not only have we got problems with Harry and the potential, you know, as I mentioned the other day, the witnesses problem with regarding his recent case in court, you know, did he or did he not pay witnesses? Again, we have to say allegedly. And what's fascinating about this is Harry's only real hanker that's left, if you like, is the fact that, of course, you know, he has the Invictus Games. But this year's Invictus Games was a bit of a shambles, to say the least. And I think this was, again, down to the fact that his wife stayed for 4 days, turned it into a fashion show. They refused to wear the Invictus gear. And I never understand that. I really never understand that. You know, like there is the opportunity. The merchandise, and I think I've told you this before at certain pop concerts, can sometimes outstrip the record sales or the download sales, because people want to wander around with something saying, you know, Invictus Vancouver or, you know, whatever, Whistler or something. That's what would sell, you know, particularly around the world. But Meghan and Harry allegedly refused to wear the outfits, particularly Meghan, who showcased this as a sort of fashion show for herself. Now, as many people know, we've got that coming back over here next year. And what's going to be interesting, I think, about the Invictus in Birmingham is the fact that when you study it, you know, it's going to be a very costly affair. And so far, the Birmingham people are saying, you know, the organisers, that they've got around 4 million in the bank, which is phenomenal. You know, I mean, I think good luck to them. But it's a sort of drop in the ocean to what you really need to put on a marvellous event like that. Now, as we know, the fake royal meeting was all a big stitch up, and I told you that basically Harry was looking for some release funds and all that sort of went a little bit haywire, to say the least. But the bottom line is that I've been told from a wonderful source that Prince William, you know, wishes the Invictus Games well, but it's very much Harry's project. And this, as I say, is from an excellent source. And the true factor is, you know, without dressing it up too much, is that William, or indeed Catherine, would not attend the Invictus Games. And the organisers, and this is the thing and the hope behind the scenes, is that maybe they would intend if Harry wasn't there on that particular night or day. But then doesn't that just draw away the attention from what the game should be about, which is about celebrating those wonderful men and women who've overcome adversity to put their lives back in track? It shouldn't be about two wearing brothers. And that's the reason why apparently Prince William doesn't want the focus to be distracted from the real core of the, you know, the event, the games. But of course, Harry, in many respects, has played a bit of a difficult corner for William and Catherine, because you see, by inviting them and saying he's very much hoping that they would attend, now they look sourpusses if they don't. But on the other side of the coin, I've been told that William just really wants to focus on his own charities, his own patronages, all of that sort of stuff, which, you know, that's his endeavour and that's what he wishes to do. But again, it's now really made the focus of the Invictus Games a very rocky procedure. Now, if you think about it, if this is Prince Harry, he doesn't have much left in the world to focus on. We've got Well Child and things like that, but there's not much else. You would think that he would tread very carefully, given the debacle that's still engulfing him regarding Centre Barley and how that's going to be pictured out, well, literally in the very near future as the investigation reaches its pinnacle. Either way, though, Harry and Meghan like to keep prodding the fact that Catherine and William are the, well, nemesises in the side of them, all at the cost, some people might say, of the wonderful Invictus Games. Neil Sean, Kensington, London.